And good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining us for another ATS University. If this is your first time here, thanks for joining us. I see we've got a couple of new names in the audience, so I guess they must be very interested in the topic, or at least interested in some CEU credits, as this is an AIA accredited presentation. With us today are a couple of our favorite people. We're at a new manufacturer that's joined the ATS spec tool. If you're unfamiliar with the ATS spec tool, essentially we are a product selection tool that amalgamates a number of different manufacturers, makes their products easy to configure, and helps you get a live output of your product selection in any one of our 10 different formats. If we get a little time at the end, I'll try to show you how you can find the product today, show you how you can configure the product that is being discussed in the presentation. But this is more so about a conceptual discussion today, because this is an AA accredited presentation. So we're going to be talking about sustainability and sensor operated fixtures and how they apply in commercial projects, obviously with a little bit more focus on some of the high end, like the Class A office building type applications. Again, if you are unfamiliar with ATS, we have a very application specific approach to product selection. Our rules-based system on the spec tool tries to recommend the right product for the right application and helps you understand whether or not your product selection is meeting barrier-free code. And this is one of the products that helps us recommend the right product for the right spot. And we do a lot of internal training as well to make sure we have the internal resources. So we've been learning all about the products that Stern has to offer, including a webinar that we did just late last year, right, Claudia? We had a great presentation.
Yes.
And we're back for another. So you don't need any too much of an introduction. But I guess for the people that have just joined us for the first time, we do have two people from our manufacturer here. Claudio, who focuses more on the Canadian market, helping architects, interior designers, engineers, contractors, et cetera, and then Brittany, who is focused on the American market and does all that as well as marketing, I believe. So all that and more from Brittany down south. But I appreciate you joining us today. Again, if you've not met me, my name is Zach, and I'm our National Accounts Manager. I help all of our market development team, which basically just helps you get you and your firm set up on the spec tool. Again, free for everyone to get set up on the spec tool. So our role is mostly helping you make sure like your masters are updated, show you how to use certain features, do demos to make sure that you're comfortable with this products in the system. But without any further ado, I will go a little quiet. I'll keep an eye on the chat field. So if you have any questions along the way, please put it into the Q&A, and I'll be sure to raise it to Claudio when we get a little bit of a break. I try not to interrupt, but we'll jump in when we can.
Perfect. Zach, thank you very much for the introduction. It's a pleasure again to do this webinar with you guys, and welcome everybody to attend to this CEU presentation. So as Zach mentioned, today we're going to go into the educational portion of this CEU. The idea is to better understand how the sustainability and using attachless features in commercial projects can help you to have a more environmental friendly bathrooms, actually. As I said, my name is Claudio Pearl. I'm the Business Development Director at Stern and the person responsible for the Canadian market. Basically, can you see my next slide by chance?
No, it's sharing the main slide.
Okay. So sorry, 1 second, guys.
We're gonna stop and reshare. There we go.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
As we got a little bit of an interlude here and you're getting reset, remind me, Claudio, is this one where we are going to send you the list of attendees and then you will register them for it?
Correct. Exactly. Yes. Actually, this educational training is certified AIA and approved IDCEC. So all the attendants are going to receive 1 credit for attending this course. The learning level is basic. The designation is general. No Stern products will be promoted during this part of the educational course. And as we said, yes, each of the attendants will receive the certification of attending this presentation. Basically,
you may want to go full screen. screen here.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
looks like it's still showing the main.
Yeah, I try to see how to do this actually.
There you go. That should be it.
Yeah, no.
Can you go now?
One second. Yeah, second. Okay. Can you see that now?
Yes. We're on
Okay,
learning
so
objectives.
learning objectives. Yeah, I hope it's gonna work because sometimes I don't
To
know
to
for some
his
reason.
defense, we are normally working on Teams. So
Yeah.
Well,
I
I'll
hope it
accept a
is
little bit defense, but Teams, Zoom, Google Meets, they're all the same.
I think it works now. I think it works now. Okay. So learning objectives, the idea is to understand how sensor technology enables touch-free experience in commercial restrooms, learn how touch-free experience increases sustainability while preserving high hygiene standards, discuss fixture selections and installation types that meet high functionality and aesthetics design, and describe the design elements to consider when selecting bathroom partitions that increase safety, privacy, and hygiene. Before we going any further, we need to try to better understand what is the technology used behind this type of fixtures in public bathrooms. The technology used is sensor technology or infrared sensor technology. We can find this type of um, functionality, let's say, in two different groups of fixtures: proximity sensors and wave on and wave off sensors. In the first family of products, which is the proximity sensors, the sensors can be located either in the front of the product, as many other standard fixtures that you can find in the market, or an integrated sensor within the spout of the product that allows an easier activation, avoiding long queues in public areas. The second group is the wave on or wave off sensors, where the sensors are located also in the front of the spout. But then in order to activate the fixtures, you need to wave on and wave off. You need to just pass through your hand in order to activate the fixture. The sensor technology can be, find in any single type of products in commercial bathrooms, including touchless faucets, hand dryers, hand sanitizer stands, soap dispensers, flash valves of any type, touchless cubicles, and behind the mirror installations. What are the benefits of this type of technology? First of all, the idea is to maximize leads point by promoting sustainability. Increasing the hygiene, avoiding cross-contaminations is a technology that allows you not to touch any surfaces, having a customizable settings, and occupancy monitoring. When you need to specify this type of products, you need to take into consideration what is the right way to select the fixture. And selecting the fixture is basically based on style, functionality, and efficiency. In order to choose the right fixture, you need to, of course, take into consideration maximizing the leads points, because this type of technology allows you to be in compliance with any type of lead requisitives, increasing the hygiene because it's a touch-free product, design inconsistent with overall aesthetics, and accessible to everyone. As you can see, the pictures here in the right-hand side are real pictures taken in real installations. They're not renders. And you can see how aesthetics are not compromised when having a touch-free fixture or touch-free soap dispenser. The design consideration is also important because it's taking into consideration high functionality and the aesthetic design. We have this type of technology allows products to be installed in deck mounted installations, wall mounted installations, or behind the mirror installations, having a material or different type of finishes, allowing aesthetics and nice aesthetics in the installation, and matching products including soap, water, and air, hand dryers to increase sustainability and avoiding a waste of paper, and installation type and easy maintenance. So one of the challenges is to specify wall-mounted installations. This type of technology allows people to specify the products based on the type of wall. And here we have three different major type of installations. Installations in wall with iron mounting frames that allows you to get easy access to the installation before closing the tiles, including supporting soap, water, air, and the wash basin. Recess mounting installation, specially dedicated for ADA installations when you need to have free space under the basin, and the installation is installed inside of the wall, covered by any type of mirror. By releasing the mirror, you have direct access to the installation for any type of performances or support or technical support performances as well. And the third group is a washing station where everything is installed inside of the cabinet. By lifting the mirror, you have direct access to the installation, having also a very easy way to maintain or perform any type of support with the installation.
Just a quick question there before we
Sure.
move too far along.
Absolutely.
One of
Absolutely.
the things that's come up consistently in the discussions I've been having is on, say, like the wall-mounted faucet soap with like a trough type basin, kind of like what you're showing there, but with a wall-mounted.
Correct.
Consistent issues is in the projection from the wall. Is that something that you guys have experienced, and how do you overcome it to make sure that the basin is matching the faucet and you're not having soap land on the ledge of the basin?
On the shank. That's a great question. Thank you very much, Zach. This is something that is very frequently asked by interior designers and architects. So of course, as a manufacturer, we have dedicated solutions for this type of situations. First of all, the most important thing is to open the discussion with the designers when or while they're doing the design, the flooring design, and share with us the type of trough that they're going to use. And as a solution, we can supply either the soap dispenser or the faucet with a longer spout in order to reach the sink properly.
Would that be a custom model, or is there just some models that are longer than others?
No, we have some other models longer to the others, and this is something that is very common for us. We do that a lot, and we can dedicate this special designs for any type of installations, of course.
Perfect. And I know one of the other questions I'm seeing pop up here is kind of revolving around serviceability, and that looks to be kind of what we're getting into next. So whether it's behind the wall or through a counter, I think there's going to be a lot of questions and insights around serviceability.
Yeah, from the service point of view, of course, ideal is always to have some kind of access behind the wall, like a service room, something that you can have easy access. But sometimes it's impossible if it's a renovation or it's just a brand new site. Sometimes they're not taking that into consideration. So every single product that we can offer for public bathrooms, we first analyze the type of installation of the type of wall they have, and even if there is no access from behind, we can create the accessibility for under the sink, for example. And sometimes we suggest to have a little let's say vanitory or some kind of a little warehouse, like a saving place under the sink that is lockable, where you can just put there the soap reservoir or just any type of components to activate the fixtures as well, right? So this is something that we can always help the specifiers to do it. So in the same way as we discussed first, saving water options in public areas, he also wants to save soap, and the high traffic restaurant experience allow this type of technology, yes, to save soap as well as you can save water, and keep, of course, the visitors happy. And there is nothing more frustrating that come into the public bathroom, try to soap your hands, and there is no soap available. So therefore, this type of technology allows you to have systems to refill several soap dispensers at once, having an indicator to monitor the soap amount levels, and having a direct accessibility from the countertop to refill any type of soap reservoirs. So when it comes to power source, also the idea is to help specifiers to know exactly in which way they can select the right fixture. When it comes to transformers, the availability of basic hardwire transformers with any type of fixtures or hardwire to standard US plugs, but also in major or larger installations, we suggest the transformer junction box, which allows you to install up to 10 products simultaneously, right? And this way you can cut expenses in unnecessary outlets in the installation, and you can have all together connected to one junction box. For battery power is more suggested or recommended for small, medium installations where you don't need hardwire transformers. A standard AA 9V battery is used for faucets and 12VD batteries for soap dispensers. Both they have a life expectancy of approximately 2 years, depends on the brand you use. This is more or less what is recommended on the shelf. And the third option is the dual power. This is a backup mechanism that is connected to any of the fixtures. And if there is any power failure on site, the fixture will continue being operational by switching into a battery backup. So this is something super recommended for places that can experience any type of power failures, okay? So far, any questions, Zach? Anything that people wants to ask? So far, no, good. So in the same way as we talk about saving water, saving soap, using infrared technology, it was natural for the manufacturer just to develop the same solutions for cubicles and partitions. So basically, the design elements for bathroom partitions also are based on safe, hygienic, and easy access. Hygiene because it's cross-contamination, avoiding cross-contamination. You don't need to touch anything to use bathroom partitions in public areas. Privacy because it's floor-to-ceiling installations with complete a privacy system that allows having any type of acoustics from outside. The accessibility because it's easy to operate for everyone. It's convenience because it's touchless as well. Keeping the aesthetics, having material, different type of materials, or HPL, different type of colors, and the style, as I mentioned, because it's floor to ceiling installation. So using exactly the same type of technology, the infrared sensor can be also eligible for this type of solutions, especially when it comes to functionality and aesthetics. The occupancy indicator is a great solution when you walk into a commercial bathroom and you can see in a blink of an eye how and which cubicles are available to use. Having a manual override functionality where people can open manually the cubicle from inside of the cubicle. Having an emergency open from outside if there is any emergency. You can easily open the cubicle by using a coin or an Allen key, soft closing and opening, and remote monitoring as well. So this is the way how the occupancy indicator looks like from inside of the stall, of the cubicle. The red LED light indicates that the stall is occupied, and of course the green one indicates that is free. In this presentation, we basically learn about new trends in the market, especially behind the mirror bathroom products that deliver soap, water, air, or paper. A variety of options and special finishes available. New materials such stainless steel AISI 316. Dual flush toilets with both exposed and concealed flush valves. Touchless WC cubicles and partitions as we just discussed. Soap dispensers with top fill mechanism and soap level indicators, and top filling multi-feed kits with soap level indicators to fulfill up to 6 soap dispensers simultaneously.
Also, a quick question there before we get too
Sure.
far past the cubicles. Are there any, now that we're seeing that trend towards more, touchless, cubicles and partitions, Are we seeing codes adjust for accessibility? Because obviously, like there has to be some sort of physical element there for accessibility. So how do they handle that?
Well, when talking about the accessibility, you talking about ADA or you talking about general public?
Yeah, ADA, like a barrier-free type stall.
Correct. Yes. So the design is available for either ADA doors or standard doors. So the mechanism is flexible enough just to open the doors inwards or outwards, and of course has all the structure prepared for heavy doors, because as you know, ADA doors has a double size, right? Not just a standard door. So therefore, all the system is prepared for the weight of the door with a special dedicated motor, a very silent motor, by the way, just to open and to close and to lock the door. Yes, absolutely. So this technology as well allows you to customize or to change or modify any of the settings that comes with the infrared sensors. This little tiny remote control you can see here is not precise, a TV remote control, but yes, allows you to personalize the features coming from the factory settings in the fixture installed in on-site. Basically, why? Because with this, you can avoid ghost flashing or false activations on site, fine-tune fixtures on its environment, and also achieve an optional operation. For example, you just talk about the wash draft. If there is a miscalculation on the installation of the fixture regarding the wash draft, on site, you can always change the range of the infrared sensor, reducing it or increasing it in order to have the perfect flow. This is an example of what you can do with this type of customization. Putting all together, the idea really is to you to learn that all different type of touch-free products can be found today in commercial bathrooms for commercial and hospitality, including touch-free faucet, touch-free soap dispensers, washing stations completely touchless, hand sanitizer stand, flash valves of any kind, and of course, touchless WCU cubicles. Of course, we will provide to all the people attending this course the certificates as well. And if there is any question so far, I'm happy to answer any of them. And if you agree, Zach, we can just moving into the commercial presentation. If there is any particular thing that people wants to know, we'll be glad to explain.
Yeah, I haven't seen any specific questions coming in so far. So I think for now, yeah, we'll just make sure to send over the list of attendees, obviously, and we can jump into some of the more detailed commercial applications that you were talking about. We can also handle any of the questions that may come up during that portion as well.
Fantastic. Okay, so very quickly, we're gonna just jump into the first of all, which type of certification the products are coming with. Stern is a company that produce only touchless solutions for commercial bathrooms, including the products that we described before. And all the products are certified and in compliance with local authorities, right? In this case, in Canada, CSA, CUPC. We are part of the US Green Building Council. And of course, the products are in compliance with LEEDs, right? By choosing any type of Stern products, you are in compliance with LEEDs Platinum or Gold for your next project. And we can accommodate any type of requisitives of LEEDs by switching the right aerator provided together with the fixture, okay? So I'm going just to skip this because we saw that before. Sorry about that. So the idea is a little bit to you to see, and this is something that we also mentioned during the presentation before. that not precisely because of touch-free product or touch-free fixture or soap dispenser, this is going to compromise the aesthetics of the installation. In fact, in the last couple of months, we see more and more a lot of hospitality projects where for common areas, they're choosing this type of products. Also, products can be available in different type of finishes. And this is the power source that we discussed before. And then you see how the aesthetics of the place, in particular an hotel, this is a real picture taken at the Marriott Hotel in Montreal, the Honey Rose Hotel, which is a brand new, yeah, go ahead,
I
Zach.
was going to let you finish. That's why I raised my hand so you can finish your sentence.
Oh,
But so there are a couple of questions coming in, and you're kind of
sure.
touching on it here as we're getting into a bit of an application discussion. We talked about hospitality and kind of the public areas of a hospitality application. Two that are pretty similar thoughts coming in is one, are there specific, occupancies, applications, type of buildings that require to have automatic dispensing fixtures? And then a similar question, is there any code or bylaw that is specifically requesting a sensor type fixture, or is this just a matter of preference by the owner?
Good questions. First of all, for the first part of the question, I have to say that especially after COVID, after 3 years of worldwide pandemic, I think that facility managers, architects, interior designers, they just decided to go into a touchless environment to avoid, generating, cross-contamination or any type of bacteria. And truly, in public areas, the last thing you want to do is to touch any of the fixtures, right? So in order to prevent that, I think that more and more you see common areas converted into a touch-free environment. Not only because of the cross-contamination, also because it's a great way to save water at the end of the day. So you can reduce the consumption of water in public areas dramatically by using touch-free fixtures. And is translated into the facility manager bills, right? When they realize how much water, up to 40–50% they can save on water consumption by using this type of products, as well as the soap dispensers, right? Because many facility managers, they have retainers for soap providers. And by having a right dosage using this type of touchless products, they can also save as well a big amount of soap at the end of the day. And regarding the second question, there is not really a precise code, but I think that finding a product that is aesthetic per se, right, and it can be easily adapted to any type of environment, right, is also a great solution for interior designers and architects, right, where you're saying, well, I invested, or we choose the right mirror and the right marbles and the right sinks and the right accessories for the bathroom. Why not to go with a nice aesthetic minimalistic design for my next project? And that's why I mentioned this recent project, the Honey Rose in Montreal, where you can see that how everything comes together, even having a touchless soap dispenser and fixture, right, and water fixture. So and not precisely because of that is affecting the aesthetics of the area, and users are very pleased with this type of solution as well.
Yeah, I can jump in here as well with a little bit of our experience. I think we do 10–20,000 projects a year. And from our various applications, I would say most kind of public facing facilities are leaning towards sensor operated due to the ease of maintenance. However, there's
Right.
always a counter argument there as well, where a sensor in a high-end rec facility is a great option, whereas in maybe an application that's very similar, but you have more concern for vandalism, all of a sudden that maintenance free is not quite as true. So there's always a yin and yang to all the, the specific different applications. A Class A office building may be looking more sensor operated, whereas, a Class C may be looking more budget focused. And the budget focus may take you back towards your manual operation. So those are obviously some key concerns. I would say that, a lot of like stadium and high traffic applications like airports, those are generally going towards, sensor operated. Class A office, even kind of that, middle ground of Class B is probably still going sensor. Whereas educational, your high school and primary, that's still going to be leaning more manual. And then we get into the whole medical facility. And I see you had a follow-up question there, Thomas, regarding, kind of medical clinics, veterinary clinics, which are very similar design intent.
Right.
The key I would say there, and this is where there is some code focus, is the infection prevention and control authorities may have
Right.
specific bylaws, and those are not going to say specifically use a sensor operated faucet. They will, however, lead to a hands-free faucet. And a hands-free faucet is either sensor operated or the extended wing blade faucets. So not just your 3-inch for barrier free, but the elbow activation faucets,
Right.
the much longer 6-inch version, do classify as hands-free because it's an elbow activation. And we do have specific owner groups in the hospital and clinic application where they have preferences. Their maintenance team, their infection prevention team, their staff are going to have preferences from sensor to foot pedal activation to elbow activation. And it's just knowing that all those different products are available. And of course, I can help you, and our spec tool can help you select any one of those options.
Yeah, well, it's I agree with you 100%. Let me just recap a little bit the couple of things that you mentioned. First of all, the first thing that you mentioned was actually vandalism. So of course, in public areas, this is a big concern. Not for a Class A office building, but yes, for let's say a stadium or a high traffic area. Even some airports, for example. So the products are dedicated or specially designed to try to avoid vandalism when it's possible. Sometimes products are having all the components concealed inside of the product to avoid having anything or any type of products under the sink exposed, and basically the amount of the material within the faucets are built are very massive, 100% brass material. We don't use any type of light materials for high traffic areas, faucets and soap dispensers, because we take that definitely into consideration. The second part of your comment, I agree with you, is basically the health sector. For the health sector, we have and I'm going to jump a little bit of the presentation, but we do have dedicated products for health sector where we take into consideration a couple of things. First of all, the fact that the majority of these products are supplied with goosenecks in order to avoid Legionella disease. So the idea is you don't want any rest of water to be stank inside of the spout, having the possibility of creating Legionella within the 24 hours after the use. That's number one. Number two, these type of products are, yes, they're coming or supplied with swivel spouts to do the elbow activation or moving the spout with their elbow, but they're completely body recognition and touchless operation. All these products are thermostatic, so basically you can preset a high temperature for hygiene flashes performances, for example, or if there is any requirements of the governmental hospitals or public hospitals that they need to flash their faucets with any type of high temperature, we can supply them as well, right? And also the most important thing is that all the inner parts in contact with water are not brass or lead free. So they're specially designed also to resist high temperatures as well. And this is something that is important too. We repeat this lead-free model into many other faucets as well, right? But especially for the healthcare sector is very, very important. Going back to
Just
a little bit,
as we were
yeah,
kind of in the codes and regulation, not this actually, looking for the wave faucets, if you don't mind just jumping around. We had
sure.
a question coming in regarding the wave on, wave off type product. And whether or not, how does that comply with like a self-metering regulation where there's, say, a minimum flow rate requirement? So if you want to jump over to like the wave type products, and we can discuss that in a little bit.
Yeah, the activation with the wave on, wave off sensors is very simple. So each time you pass your hand through the sensor, a cycle of flow time, it will be activated. This flow can be stopped automatically, or you can present your hand in front of the sensor or wave your hand in front of the sensor just to stop the cycle. Right? You can just wave in order to activate the sensor. You can just walk away and it will stop automatically, or you can wave again just to stop it, right? So it's, of course, we work with different type of variators and flow times that it can be presetted on factory, just trying to, fulfill the customer needs. But in a standard product, this is the way it works. Of course, the same type of technology can be also eligible for any type of retrofit jobs, right? I'm going just to jump here 1 second to this product. So basically, this is a short video just showing how a retrofit product can work. So here we see the Casaba 2-in-1. This is 2 products in one, supplying water and soap in one product, ideally to be retrofitted into any type of wash basin that use any mechanical faucet or soap dispenser. By just removing the oil faucet, you can install this one, having a LED soap level indicator integrated on the base of the product. And easily you can just retrofit an old installation by having a complete brand new product that is touch-free. So of course, the same technology can be replicated into trios where you have soap, water, and hand dryers installed on the sink. So this is an advantage because, for example, one of the things that is very common that many manufacturers are installing their hand dryers on the wall, right? That means that users need to wash their hands, soap their hands, and walk all the way where the hand dryer is on the wall, missing all the floors. That create more maintenance personnel that need to be, cleaning the floor all the time. Also some kind of frustration for users because when they need to use the bathroom, you have the sign, the yellow sign that the bathroom is under reparations or under some type of performance doing inside. So having the hand dryer installed either for wall mounted or for deck mounted installation on the sink is a great advantage. So I just wanted to show this. This is also available for wall-mounted installations. And as I mentioned in the first part of the educational portion, as you can see, different type of aesthetics for the wall-mounted applications are available as well. And it looks pretty nice and pretty good. Actually, this picture where you can see the D28 is from the Quebec International Airport. Next time you fly into Quebec, you can see the installation right there and use the products.
That's a great time to be bringing up one of the other questions that came in here. because I think that application, obviously, a high traffic airport environment is going to put these faucets through a ringer. And the question is, asking about, how do the finishes handle, in the long term? What type of finish are you doing, and does that finish last against scratching, scuffing, high use? How does that affect the warranty?
Okay, first of all, it's important to take into consideration that in high traffic areas, we cannot have control of the type of abrasive material they're using to perform cleaning, right? So that's something that unfortunately we have no empowerment for that. But we have finishes that are PVD. That PVD is very strong actually against any type of abrasive materials, or stainless steel AISI 316 that is very endurable for high traffic areas as well. So the as a manufacturer, our warranty is 2 years, but 2 years include everything, absolutely everything. So there is no need to hesitate going into the small letters of our warranty period, because we're really covering everything on the product. Of course, when it comes to the maintenance of the product, or what people who are performing maintenance can affect, yes or no, the faucets or the soap dispensers. In a case-by-case basis, we can see what is the real situation and see in which way we can activate the manufacturer warranty. But generally speaking, in the 2 years warranty, we cover all the elements of the products.
And that kind of leads into, I guess, one of the other kind of parallel question. One of the most long-standing effects on faucets and finishes can be, scale buildup. And then not just the actual buildup of scale, but how they treat the scale can affect the performance of the finish. So,
Right.
that's where they're going to be, say, scrubbing, scraping, using aggressive cleaners. How do these faucets interact with hard water, and do they tend to have scale buildup? How do they interact with things like CLR to, remove the scale buildup?
A good question, very good question, actually, Zach. Thank you. So as a manufacturer, we the only thing that we don't manufacture is the aerators, right? So we rely on a great European Italian manufacturer, which is Neopearl. All our aerators are supplied by Neopearl, and even if it's a tilt aerator or a PCA aerator, we always have the possibility of supplying the product together with a special key where you can open and remove the aerator for cleaning purposes, right? Especially the debris is accumulated in the aerator, and the fact that you can have easy access to remove the aerator and just to clean it under warm water is a great solution. So all our products are designed in a way that you can easily remove the aerator to perform any cleaning.
Very cool. And I guess just for my own sake, which one is the copper and which one is the bronze on the left and right of these very great looking finishes?
Okay, so the copper is next to the from the right hand side. The second set is copper, right?
Yeah.
And the one in the middle is PVD antique bronze, which is like a deformation in a way that the satin gold version that we used to have and is still specified by many architects and interior designers. But we following the trends of the market. So today is more trendy, the antique bronze finish. So that's why we supply that. Yeah.
It looks great. And so one of my like nerd out type aspects of me is like, I'm appreciative of the location of the sensor on this, because it's gonna, have your hands in the proper position for hand washing. And I love that there's a little bit of a brushed finish, a little bit of a satin on the bronze there. to make sure that you're hiding any scratches along the way, and it's really going to, hide fingerprints well.
Correct, correct. Yeah, actually, the in this model, the fact, as well as the wall-mounted versions, the fact that the sensor is integrated within the spout, having a complete different user experience. So people are very appreciative that they don't need to start fishing in front of the sensor eye, trying to feel that they don't know what to do, right? It's very intuitive. You put your hands and it's just in the same way you get water and you walk away and stop. And that's a great solution, as well as the soap dispensers. Okay, so let's go back a little bit where we staying. So we talk about this. We talk now we're gonna jump. This is the hand dryers. I talked before about the basically the ADA. So this is a great solution that we have for contractors, installers, plumbers. This is a super easy way to install the product, considering an ADA environment in public bathrooms. That is also we see that is specified a lot, right? Just to help any type of installations as well. When it comes to the behind the mirror solution, we see this also like a trend in the market. Interior designers prefer to have like a very net, clean bathroom when they walk into the bathroom, and having an easy access to the installation is also like very important for any type of performance that they need to be done. For example, to replace the soap, to change a solenoid, to have any access for anything. Also, sometimes they use this to storage maybe another soap tank inside of the wood cabinet as well, because it's lockable. You can have this possibility, and the fact that it is also like having all the pictograms. Sorry about that. All the pictograms in front of the mirror, so basically allows users to have a more intuitive experience in front of this product as well. So this is something that is also important. Today we can be able to customize this product in any type of dimensions, in any type of requirements based on the design. If, for example, is specified the behind the mirror product without the hand dryer, instead of the hand dryer, the designer prefer to have the paper dispenser, we can supply it. If they want just the soap and the paper, we can supply it, etc., etc. And this one is another category where we can integrate into the product smart TV, especially for any type of commercial or hospitality installations, where you can just use the TV just to create an extra income. If you want to sell some publicity there, if you want just to promote any employee, or if you want just to show the arrivals and departures in an airport, it's very convenient. And one of the features that is interesting when you approach any of the users approach their face to the sensor, the smart TV fade. So basically you don't see anything, and then when you walk away, the screen comes back. So this is something that is also interesting. For soap dispensers, for the world of soap dispensers, as I mentioned at the beginning, the idea is really to keep the same strategy of saving soap. Today, the possibility also to refill the soap from the top is very easy and very accessible, especially for the maintenance personnel, making their life a little easier. In this case, the product also is supplied with a soap level indicator on the bottom of the product, and you have the possibility of refilling the soap from the top, and the LED light indicates when you need to stop refilling the soap tank. So in this case, this product comes with a 2-liter soap tank, and we have two mechanisms: a non-detachable and a detachable tap. Right? Usually the non-detachable is a more common because people don't want to lose the cap in the middle of the installation. So that's why it's good that it's non-detachable. And the standard one is totally detachable. You can remove the cap and just refill the soap. So of course, the same idea of having a soap level indicator in the previous product is replicated into many other soap dispensers, and again, this is creating like a very nice and easy way to immediately identify when the maintenance personnel needs to refill the soap. For larger installations, we always recommend the multi-feed system. This multi-feed system allows users to install up to 6 soap dispensers simultaneously using one big 1.6 gallon soap reservoir. It's very important that when this product is specified to choose the right type of soap dispenser. In this case, to help specifiers and interior designers and architects, the soap dispenser is called MF, that stands for multi-feed, and the other standard soap dispensers having the regular standard reference number and name, right? But especially for this type of systems, MF is important to be chosen. Also, for those who are keeping stock of their own soap reservoirs, soap tanks, so we can adapt any of our soap dispensers to be used with the facility manager brand of soap they choose, right? So having a complete freedom of using any type of soap as well. Different type of course, choices in soap dispensers, also for wall-mounted, 2 liters tank, and of course in stainless steel of 316. When it comes to WCs, of course, we can offer the standard WCs. For many years, Stern has been supplying or creating these type of products for OEM customers and across North America. So you might see this in other brands and you might feel very familiar with this type of solutions. But lately, we find that there is more and more specifications for concealed WCs. So these concealed WCs are coming in different type of finishes as well, with an iron frame for an easy installation. And the most important thing is that the infrared sensor used in this type of solutions can calculate the time of the user in front of the sensor to define what is the right amount of water that is going to be discharged. 3 liters for liquids and 6 liters for solids, right? Of course, we can be in compliance with any lead requirements as well for WCs. Also cisterns for ADA solutions as well in different type of finishes, of course. And the same thing for urinals. Same categories for urinals in concealed installations and different type of finishes. Of course, shower panels, but I'm going just to move forward a little bit to go into the world of the touchless cubicles, right? Before we finishing the presentation. For this purpose, I bring this short video showing you exactly how the product looks in real installations and how it's used in real installations by users. Can be kids, elderly people, or just anyone. So you present your hand in front of the sensor to open the cubicle. While you're inside, you can present your hand again to lock the door, or you can use an override manual way just to open the door manually as any other cubicles, right? So goes and is integrated with any other Stern products for commercial use, creating a complete touchless environment in commercial bathrooms. So the idea is when the user just presents their hand in front of the sensor, first of all, when he walks into the bathroom, he can easily identify which cubicles are available, yes or no. By identifying the lead, the LED light in front of the sensor. In this case, if it's green, you can just walk into the cubicle. You walk into the cubicle, and from inside you can lock, presenting your hand again, and the door will lock automatically without you touching anything. But of course, if the power, but one of the questions is, what happens if the power failure? Is the user going to be stuck inside of the stall, inside of the cubicle? The answer is no. Why? Because Stern has a patented mechanism which allows users to open the cubicle from inside, but just using a manual operation. Very easy. So this is the way how the sensor looks from inside and from outside, right? So also we have different type of solutions for colorblind people that they cannot recognize the red or the green. So therefore the LED light can be also supplied in white color. We talked before about the privacy. That's the reason why all Stern WC touchless cubicles are supplied with floor-to-ceiling installations to maximize the privacy of the user. This is today is very important because unfortunately today a lot of the public bathrooms can be vandalized by other people just using their phone, filming other people in their bathroom. So of course, having the installation from floor to ceiling allows a maximum privacy to users, preventing any type of antisocial interruptions, of course. When it comes to the features, as I mentioned, a touchless operation, the manual operation in case of a power failure, having a service mode for cleaning. This is also important. Imagine when the cleaning personnel walk into the store in order to perform any cleaning, so they don't want the door to crash against the car all the time, right? So therefore, when they are putting their hands in front of the two sensors, they can just block the mechanism for a period of time that allows them to clean everything inside and just walk away. In the case of an emergency, the doors can be easily opened from outside using an Allen key or just a coin. And also the optional safety analog system, where it's a great feature because if somebody, for whatever reason, stays inside of the cubicle for more than 20 minutes, which is a lot, right? So basically the LED light from outside start blinking as an indication that there is a problem with that particular cubicle. Therefore, people can just get access or open from outside using a coin on the Allen key. But if the user inside of the cubicle is okay, he doesn't have any problem. He just decided to, read the post, inside of the cubicle, he can just present his hand again in front of the sensor to generate another cycle of 20 minutes, right? This is something also that is important to take into consideration. The system also allows you to have a dedicated janitorial in one of the cubicles. This janitorial can be opened by having a special dedicated code. It's a stainless steel keypad that allows you to insert the code and get access into the janitorial, where usually maintenance personnel storage any type of cleaning materials and their cards, etc., etc. So this is also like a good solution as well. When it comes to the design features, the idea is actually to specify this product as an executive look. So we always emphasize that this is something that we more suggest for Class A office buildings, for example, or a restaurant or an hotel, common areas in hotels, where you want to bring an executive look to the installation and having something aesthetically different than just the common and standard cubicle, right? Like a mechanical one. Of course, all the products all the components are produced by Stern, and including high quality concealed hinges, for example, aluminum profiles, what allows all the system to run inside. For example, the users don't see any cables coming across for the power source, etc. And of course, a big variety of HPL colors as well. As far as
And
the
just
installation,
a quick
yeah,
point here, just a quick thank you. I see
sure.
a couple people dropping off because we are just running past the top of the hour here. We're going to take
Okay,
a couple of
okay,
minutes just to finish up. But
sure.
appreciate to those that have joined us and those that need to leave. Thank you for your time today. Uh, for those that can stick around, we'll only be another 5 minutes here.
Yeah, I promise. No more than 5 minutes, actually. Just to wrap up, basically the installation is very simple. We don't want any of the installers to have any headaches installing this type of cubicles in public areas. It's very intuitive, very didactic, and it takes really no time to install the bathroom. Some type of technical specifications. We're not going to go into this right now, but if there is any questions, you can ask Zach, or Zach can send me the requirement to me. This is what we mentioned about the power source. Use only one transformer every 4 cubicles for easy installations. Also available the possibility of having this type of manual cubicles as well. Different type of colors in HPL. Very quick, I just want to share with you real installations in Canada and the US. For example, for airports, you can easily find Stern products installed at Quebec International Airport, at Montreal International Airport, JFK and LaGuardia, Dallas Airport, Los Angeles Airport, and Newark. Here below some pictures showing the current installations. For buildings, JP Morgan or the Chase in New York, the Scotiabank and Bay Adelaide in Toronto, North 40th Street, Scotiabank as well, Desjardins Towers in Montreal, New York Times in New York, One Penn Plaza, which is one of the biggest installations we just finished in New York City, as well as many others. When it comes to hospitality, hotels, I mentioned the Honey Rose Hotel in Montreal, all different type of Hiltons in Niagara Falls, in Toronto, the Toronto Cafe Project, a community center and mosque just recently installed in East York, projects in Oshawa, the Museum of Contemporary Art in Montreal. If you take in by chance the GO train, you will find our products installed in the cars. Trump Tower in Vancouver, Keck restaurants, etc., etc. So this is the presentation so far. I really want to thanks everybody to be part of this, and of course, if there is any other questions, I'd be happy to help.
And just a very quick point here at the end. Thank you to those that have stayed with us so far. I do recognize we're running along. This is going to be the shortest demo we've ever done. If you have follow-up questions, you want more
Sorry,
details
Zach. So sorry, Zach.
on any of the products that we talked about today, feel free to shoot me a note. We'll get a separate follow-up meeting set up with you. We can deep dive together, make sure we get all those details done. If you want a introduction or reintroduction to the spec tool, again, free, paid for by the manufacturers like Stern that are joining our services. You can access any of our previously recorded webinars here by going, before you even log in, into the Learning Hub, go to webinar recordings. That'll show up here. You can see the presentation we did on the snow melt, stainless steel sinks, et cetera, all sorts of great presentations. And then, of course, our templates, which are available here as well, which will help you understand what the right products for the right application for based on these different application types. So a lot of the products that we talked about today are going to show up in the Class A washroom template. Further, once you do log in, this is your dashboard. You can sign up for next week's webinar here. Obviously, we'll change this over tomorrow. You can see your previous projects. You can see some of the highlight products. And then what you can also do is navigate the product catalog, your projects here, masters, so this will be your own. If you have the Keg brand, the Moxie's brand, where these products are on the master, we can help you build that and get that set up. And that's going to give you so much efficiency on all your future projects. I'll show you that in just a second. And the ATS templates is basically our ATS version of a master, which everyone has access to as well. I've already created a quick project here. And then once you create your project, where it says Stern Sustainable Fixtures. We have all these different categories, so you can find basins and sinks. If you want to look for one of those wash fountain trough sinks, we can go into a wash fountain category. You can pin your favorite categories so that you can, next time you log in, they're saved. You can come in and go right into, say, soap dispensers. Let's go to soap and water dispensers. You can filter down by manufacturer, so we can look for our Stern Engineering products, and we've got our soap, water, air, behind the mirror, great product that is available. If there's configuration options, you can do so. If you want to learn more about the product, you can hit spec sheet, and it'll have all of the manufacturer spec sheets embedded into the system, so you can reference it, confirm the dimensions, confirm all the details. Once you're happy with your selection, you hit add product, and then you can go through and add any other, if there's other fixtures that tie together, we'll have a fixture chain formed at the top. So there might be like a trough sink's going to have a faucet with it, which is going to have a carrier, supplies, trap, et cetera, everything you need to make sure it's going to work on site, meet barrier-free code on site if you select and toggle that option. Once you're in, we can put in our fixture tags. Some people call these P1, some people call them F1. I was in an office one time doing a demonstration, and everyone was debating and arguing for 10-15 minutes about what letter they should use. Whatever one you prefer, you can title it, you can add notes, you can add alternates, you can then toggle and download these products in whatever form you want. I'm going to go back and show you how you can round out your selection even faster than what we just showed. From this plus button, we can go to add drawings from masters and templates. I've referenced, if you have your branded hotel masters we're showing here, you could then open up and get your guest suite areas. So we could select all the drawings from our guest suite areas and drag and drop that entire package over to here. If you're looking for more of the public areas, we can then flip over to, say, our amenity areas. And we can then select, our multi-labs, our sinks, our mop sinks, showers, et cetera, all sorts of products that would fit in here. And it's just a simple drag and drop, bop, drop that over, and we've updated the selection. Once you're done, I've showed you, once you toggle a single one, this download button comes up. We can download a second fixture and download just the two. We can download the entire product group. If you want to add drainage and create a new product group, we can go back to our masters. We go, say, into our accessories area, our mechanic room area, our kitchen area, and drag, say, let's do a water heater. And we'll just drag this over to where it says new product group, and it'll create a new product group as you go as well. Super simple, super easy to use. There's our water heater that we can then revise, edit, size it as you need. Of course, the manufacturer's sizing systems are embedded into the tool as well. And then we can download it in any one of our 10 different formats. We've got our submittal format, nice product brochure. You can get a schedule in Excel. You can get 3 different versions of written specs. You can get the manufacturer spec. You can get the Revit files. You can include pricing. You can get swatches, all sorts of things that you can do, all free, paid for by the manufacturer, so that you have better access to the documentation that you need to deliver your jobs. So that's the ultimate quick version. This button's going to go orange, and then you can download it. You can see it's already downloading there. I see people are already dropping off, so I'm going to call it there. Thank you so much for joining us, Claudio and Brittany. That was great information. I learned a lot. Always great to learn, different applications, different finishes that are now available. I had not seen as much of the top fill soap as you went into today, so it was great. I learned something, which I hope means other people are learning things too. We had a lot of great questions from the chat field. Thank you to those that jumped on and joined us. Thank you to those that asked us great questions. Really appreciate that. And of course, hope you join us again.
Of course.
Absolutely.
Claudio, you'll be sending out the list and all the certificates for those that joined us, right?
Yeah, actually, Brittany is going to.
This one will.
Yeah.
I also want to first of all thank you guys for obviously hosting us, Zach. What a fun platform. And obviously, thank you so much for all the attendees who joined us today. We really appreciate you spending your valuable time with us. We will be sending the certificates out by email. We'll also leave some follow-up information if you have any questions. We obviously are a resource too. If you have any special projects that you would like to send over, you have any questions on as well, that's what we're here for too. Again, thank you so much for your time, and thank you again, Zach, for having us.
Absolutely. You'll be back again, I'm sure.
Thank you, Zach. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. We'd
Bye,
love
y'all.
to.
Have a great rest of the day.
Bye.
We'll see
Thank
in
you
the next
so
ATS
much.
University.
You too, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.